How have you been this week?
All right. I just got back to Denver yesterday. I was in New York for my 30th high school reunion. Yeah. That was nerve-wracking, but it went well.
Why did you do that?
People.
Why did you do that?
So basically, I have skipped every reunion thus far.
As you should.
Mostly because I was not popular in high school. I wasn't, but I also wasn't like a pariah. Like I was just one of those middle of the road people. Like I was fine. I had friends, but I didn't have like a crew. I existed on the fringes of several crews. So like I pretty much was like, nobody gives a fuck if I come to the reunion. Like nobody misses me. But a friend of mine who I have stayed in touch with was head of the committee this year. And she was like, no, every time we have a reunion, people are like, where is Tara? And I'm like, I don't really believe you. I think you're just trying to sell tickets.
Yes.
But you're so kind. Liar. So yes, so yes, I will come. Surprisingly though, people were very excited to see me. Which I didn't expect.
Did you have candy or something?
No, they just were excited to see me as a person.
It's so...
The thing is though, like every time I go to New York in the summer, I'm like, how the
what's that coming to go?
Did I live like this for so long? Because I'm a cactus now. Like I am acclimated to a high desert climate. And having to go back to where there's humidity murders me. Especially with this hair right now. My hair did not look great for my high school reunion, and I'm mad about it.
Yeah, we've been having to deal with the heat dome crap this last week. We had like just out of nowhere, we had like suddenly heat index up to 109 Fahrenheit. Like
just the humidity. I can't take it anymore. Like I'm trying to put on makeup and it's melting as I put it on. My hair looks like a Q-tip. I feel damp and sticky all week. I don't know how people do it. And I don't know how I did it for so long. And you can pry me away from Denver. You can pry my corpse out of this place.
Why is pry implied there? Why are we going to need like a crowbar of some kind? Why is that? Is that
because I will because even my desiccated corpse fight you.
Okay.
Not built for it.
No. Well, we've got an assortment collection, a cornucopia of terrible shit this week, as we always do.
A smorgasbord.
Yeah.
Someone put in the chat, is this like Gem in the holograms, but they're hippos? Like, what is this picture?
I don't know.
Is it like the Powerpuff Hippos?
I
this won't end up on YouTube, so I'm going to stop talking about it, but.
All right. Yeah. Each week, Catherine and the Radio Dead Air audience go out in the worldwide interwebs, find all sorts of horrible stuff, bring back here for a little segment we like to call What the Fuck is Wrong with You? We're going to start in Scotland, of all things. When you're little, you think your parents are the smartest people in the world. When it's so you are inclined to think if you're doing something with them, not only is it safe, it is the best thing anyone has ever done.
You had better parent. Well, my parents were wonderful, but my dad did a lot of stuff that even as kids, we were like.
Well, no. I mean, we're talking like a kid when you're under 10, for fuck's sake. That's that era where parents are amazing.
I mean, yeah.
You combine that with the internet and things get stupid. Woman let girl under 10 drive car through village. Woman allowed a girl who was under 10 years old to drive a car through a Scottish village. Sophie Lee Gemmell, 32, admitted culpability and reckless conduct after footage emerged of the incident. Young girl was driving the car barefoot and in bad weather. She admitted culpability and recklessness. A video of the incident, which lasted about a minute, was seen on social media. It showed the child driving in the dark, using the wipers and indicators and peering over the steering wheel. She has bare feet.
But she was using her blinkers. That's great.
She has bare feet and music is playing, including by Sugar Babes in one section. I don't know why that's important. Gemmell can be heard cheering during the video. Lady, how have we gotten this far into the 21st century and you do not understand? Do not put evidence of your crime on the videos.
Yeah. Here's what gets me. As I understand it, I know at least in Ireland, when we rent cars, you have to specify that you want an automatic transmission because the standard is a manual transmission. I don't know if it's the same in Scotland.
Transitions are completely different.
Did I say transmission?
You said, yeah.
Is it the same in Scotland? Because I'm picturing a child operating a manual transmission.
I'm not sure. I'm pretty. It would have to be automatic because I'm not seeing like a 9-year-old popping the clutch.
Right.
Right. I don't even think like automatic. I only think like manuals are getting standard anymore because you get more and more computerized crap in your car. The automatic transmission kind of just why you pick and you also pick the worst possible circumstances. This is like the dark with the blinkers on. Like, what are you doing? Auditioning for the Hunger Games?
To be fair, it's Scotland. To find a day that's not raining.
Okay. But
you'd have to wait until the child can legally drive, maybe.
But nighttime. Come on. You're like finding like the higher challenge level where you're like trying to raise the difficulty.
Yeah.
It's just like you're trying to. Well, you
thank God everyone's okay.
But you can't tough love your way into teaching your kid to drive at 9.
No. And I know, like, a lot of kids who grow up on farms drive a lot younger than kids who grow up not on farms. But they don't start you at night in the rain on the road.
And driving on farms, you know what they don't have on farms? Other cars.
Yeah.
Well, we have more exceptional
parents. At least there weren't sheep in the road. Well, it was nighttime. Usually the sheep are in the pen by nighttime, I think.
Yeah.
Sheep don't just wander.
We got another one here, Parent of the Year, with a disturbingly very little detail to this story. Like, this is like, we need more details here. What the fuck? Does that work? That link work? It should work. Hold on. Does the link work?
Yeah.
It worked?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Washington parent. Washington parent accidentally packs gun in kid's lunchbox.
How does that happen?
Like you do. You know, sometimes, you know what? It's hectic in the morning. It's busy. You're trying to get the kids out of the door. You're making the peanut butter and jelly. You mistake it for a Glock 9mm. It happens in today's modern hectic world.
Does it though? Does it? Do you reach for the Lunchable and pick up the gun and not know?
A gun was discovered inside a child's lunchbox at Salmon Creek Daycare Center on Thursday morning. Deputies received a call. There was a gun at Kitty Academy just before 9 a.m. An investigation found the gun was carried into the school inside a lunchbox. Quote, it sounds like a parent somehow inadvertently left a gun in their child's lunchbox at the daycare, officials said. The parent then came and picked it up. No further details were made available.
Is this not just a perfect microcosm of America? Because no, your child cannot have lunch at school, but they can have a gun.
It's
America.
How does that? How do you be like, oh, sorry, well, it's perfectly understandable. Just come pick up your gun. It'll be waiting for you at the front. What the fuck? And this is Portland, so this is not like, you know, the ye old rural areas. This is fucking Portland.
Right. It's not like Texas where that could be your child's lunch.
That could, yeah. No, it's not. That's not. It's Texas, you're supposed to take the gun and go find your own lunch.
Yeah.
You kill it, you clean it, you skin it, you bring it back. You don't share because sharing is a bad thing.
No, like I said, in America, no free lunch.
Yeah, if those other kids want to eat, they should go and kill their own lunch too. They should have their own firearms to just like Dither saying, how I pack food for my small kid twice a week and I wouldn't leave a knife, let alone a gun in his bag.
Right. Like, how does this happen accidentally? Unless your mom is Carol Danvers and she's using that lunchbox to hide the fucking Tesseract and mixes it up with the one you're going to bring to school.
Don't you notice that the PB&J is suspiciously heavy today? It's like, wow, I must have used the crunchy. Didn't know they're mixing it up. Did they not? Oh, that's a lot. Fucking lady. All right. Got more parents of the year. God, a lot of fucked up parents this week.
Is this the whole week?
No, this is not the whole week.
This life now?
No, it gets worse. It gets worse this week. Parents have this sort of the vicarious relationship with their children. They kind of live through them. So if your children wins and succeeds, well, that's you winning and succeeding, even though it really isn't, and you kind of need therapy. But this is an accepted behavior, even if it's not a good one. This is from Ontario, so this is like really good. Canada. Oh, Canada on this one. You can get into being supportive of your child in their sports activities. I get it. Be there, show up, cheer them on. However, death to the opposition is probably not a good way of carrying things forward. A Vaughan man has been charged after allegedly uttering a violent threat toward youth during a girls' soccer game early this month. A news release issued Monday, York Regional Police revealed that 53-year-old Gianni Luciani has been charged with one count.
He's Italian.
Been charged with one count of uttering threats in connection to the June 20th incident. The incident took place during a U13 girls soccer match, caused the game to be called off mid-play, and raised serious concerns from officials and those who attended. Investigators
What did he say?
Investigators, in a video reviewed by CTV, a man's voice can be heard shouting, quote, "I'm going to fucking stab you," after two players collided near the edge of the field. Like you do.
I mean, Italians in their football, you know?
Like you do.
Yeah.
While the footage does not clearly identify the speaker, coaches said the threat was directed at one of the players and made by a parent from the opposing side. The young player was described as, quote, visibly distraught. No shit. And the coaching staff decided to end the game over safety concerns. Like, what do you, at that point, after you have stood on the field and uttered, I'm going to fucking stab you, what the fuck next? What's next? Where do you
Can
go
you
from
imagine
there?
you're like 8 years old.
Right.
And you're at your little soccer game.
Right.
And even the coach is like, look, the important thing is we have fun out there, right? Of course we want to win, but have fun out there. Do your best. And you're 8 years old running down the field and somebody's fucking father
Some's dad
is like, I'm going to fucking stab you.
And not just a dad, like 53. That's like a dad that's old enough to know better. Definitely old enough to know better. That's not like a 30-year-old, 32, 33-year-old revved up jackass.
I mean, I feel like 9 is old enough to know better.
9, yeah. I mean, yeah. You don't like. We're told
not only do I feel for the kid that I feel for the kid that got threatened, but think about the kid that has to go home with this fucking psychopath.
Yeah. No, just how do you? What are the stakes here? Like,
12-year-olds. Okay, I'm sorry, they're 12-year-olds, but still.
12. Like,
yeah,
like the fuck. Did you have money on this fucker or something?
They're 12. When my nephew was 9, I went to one of his lacrosse games. And the parents there, I leaned over to my sister and I'm like, every kid on that field is 9, right? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? And she's like, I don't know. She's like, she's like, that's honestly the reason I hang out at the games. I don't even like lacrosse, but I'm kind of afraid someone's going to yell at my kid.
Well, we're going to go from Canada all the way to Kyoto in Japan. From the Department of We Can't Take Your Ass Nowhere. Why is it whenever you get us anywhere near some historical shit, we've got to just ruin it for everybody? Drunk American tourist damages Kyoto temple tied to samurai legend. So, around 6:20 on June 24th, an intoxicated American tourist entered a centuries-old Zen temple in Kyoto and broke part of it. The man whose name is not been released.
Can we talk about the pictograms on the sign for a second?
Yeah, okay, sure.
Because there appears to be a don't touch the geisha.
Right.
Don't look cool on the stairs.
Don't smoke. Don't eat. Don't litter.
What's with them? Oh, it's a selfie stick. I thought it was a hammer. I'm like, what's with Mjolnir?
What's with
Do you not wield Mjolnir?
It's a selfie stick. But yeah, the don't look cool on the stairs. That's very important. Yeah.
Don't touch the geisha with your weirdly ginormous hand, Hellboy.
The man whose name has not been released wandered into Shodo Eigen-in, I think I'm saying that right, sub-temple of Kaniji in Higashima Ward. Rather than use the main entrance, he entered through a kitchen door on the south side. He stumbled through the gardens. Then, for reasons known only to himself, he attempted to climb a wooden railing enclosing the main hall. That railing, along with the hall itself, designated as a Kyoto Prefectural Cultural Heritage Site in 2015. The structure is fragile, historically significant, and irreplaceable. The damage was immediate. The wood split and scraped under his weight. A nearby wooden door was also broken. Temple called the police but didn't file a damage report. The man later returned that morning sober. Through a translation app, he told the chief priest, "This was the biggest mistake of my life. I'm truly sorry." Of course, he used ChatGPT, so it told him to go fuck a giraffe first. It took a few tries.
I'm choosing to believe that this was Tom Cruise trying to film The Last Samurai sequel.
When asked why he did it, his answer was simple: "I just wanted to see the temple. You see with your eyes, not with your hands."
They teach us that when we're like 4.
4 years old. You learn that shit. It's drilled into your mind. Like it's so ingrained that when you're around another child, you will immediately spout it out. It's not even your child. It's just a child in the vicinity. Be a little, look with your eyes, not with your hands. It just happens. Like, what the we can't okay. I do have to admire that usually when I get drunk, my impulse is not, I need to see a historical site. I need to go to get some really greasy, horrible food. That's been like, I need to scream very loudly and make noises. There's also the sit in the corner, very sullen, and think about how terrible your life is. I have never been, you know what? It's time to go to a museum. I don't know what alcohol does that. Chartreuse?
I feel like weed. Not alcohol at all. Because I would get high and go to a museum. That sounds fun and possibly terrifying.
We're just like, where's Tara? Oh man, she got some gummies and she went to the Met. We ain't fucking seen her since.
Oh my God, the Met would be so much fun high.
Like one day we're just gonna lose your ass in the Louvre. We never see you again. You're gonna stumble down into that.
While I was in New York, the New York Botanical Gardens has a whole exhibit right now it's all florals inspired by Van Gogh. That would be really fun to do high.
Oh. Yeah, Sand Angel says, when I'm drunk, I just fall asleep. Man, to me, just getting really drunk, I'm going to go over to a museum. That's too much work. That's too much work.
You're not trying to make Godzilla versus the Samurai when you're drunk?
No, that's... Oh, now the next one, this is so bless your heart. It is incredible. It is so bless your heart. That is the look on the guy's face in the mugshot. Tara, do you understand the principle behind a Molotov cocktail? I'm just going to ask. Do you know what one is? Okay, how does it work? Explain how one works.
Bottle of booze, right. Enough fabric to soak the bottom and let the booze absorb up through the fabric so that it becomes flammable, and then you light it and throw it, and it's a little tiny bomb.
A bottle, right? It's what kind of bottle?
A glass bottle.
Glass bottle. Okay, a glass bottle. That is it. And you and even you know this. Even you this dude, oh bless his fucking heart. Man arrested after arson charges. Yeah, man arrested on arson charges after throwing, quote, Molotov cocktails at home. First of all, let's get to the mugshot. That expression on his face tells the tale. That is
he okay?
He's okay. It's just he's like, whole shit.
He's so skinny. He's so skinny.
He's okay. Well, he's not okay, but this is from Kentucky, Madisonville. Police department's officials say a man is in jail after setting a home on fire. according to a police report. Now, he wasn't very successful at it. You're about to find out why. Officials were dispatched to a residential fire in the 700 block of Hanson Street after fire crews found Molotov cocktails on the scene. A Molotov cocktail is a device filled with flammable liquid as with a means of ignition. Thank you. Filling in your word count there. When officers arrived on scene, they found 4 Monster Energy drink cans that had been converted into Molotov cocktail. Oh, bless your heart, buddy. Oh, you tried. You tried. Officers continued to search the location and found multiple Monster Energy drinks, along with a gasoline container and 4 liquid shots around it, where the gasoline was spilled trying to fill something up. Officers say officials spoke to the victim and her son, who lived at the home and were home at the time of the incident. The victim says she's a payee for her neighbor, Clyde Bymaster. Officials made contact with Bymaster in order to question him about the incident. Bymaster informed officers that he made Molotov cocktails using gasoline and threw them at the residents. He also told police he was upset at the victim. Oh, okay.
Really?
But that was your way of conflict resolution.
Why are men so emotional?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't. Like, we're going to sit down and talk this out, or even I'm going to involve a lawyer. No. It's I'm going to fill energy drink cans with gasoline and huck them at your house. So not only is your impulse very bad and not going to help anything, you are also doing it completely wrong.
Yeah.
You are stupid on multiple levels. There's like layers here. You're like a 7-layer idiot dip.
Not only would Walter White hate you, Jesse would hate you.
Yeah. Both ends of the spectrum right there. You're just covering the entire range. Fucking Molotov cocktail with a monster. Like, well, like you have to imagine when it like donk. Huh. That didn't quite work like I was expecting. I'm gonna try it again. Tonk. I don't know. Maybe they're broken.
Like, you want glass for a few reasons. One,
yes,
glass is going to react a lot better to like heat than, say, plastic or metal.
Right.
Two, you need it to shatter on impact, so you get the boom.
It's gotta. If you don't get the boom, you just sort of get the boom, and then fire burns a little bit. Right. But you don't get.
And then
the
you
whoosh.
just have a tiny. Right. You just have a sad little fire.
Yeah. And then they come and they spray it and they put it out, and you're charged with arson, 1st degree, no less. And you've accomplished nothing. You just like that. Just okay. Have fun. You completely bro.
Do me a favor,
last
bro.
One,
eat something.
Last one this week. It's been a while since we've had one of these. I'm a little surprised. But of course it's Florida. And well, this is not exactly novel at this point. We must have had at least 24 of these stories over all the years, if not more. Woman allegedly hid several syringes and a bag of fentanyl inside her person. Quote, she forgot.
Oh.
What was what? Florida woman was recently arrested after several syringes and fentanyl were found, quote, inside her person. Jessica Reno, 34, stands accused of myriad crimes, including smuggling controlled substance and possession of fentanyl. The underlying incident, however, was not drug-related at all. Far from it. June 15th, Reno was pulled over for a mismatched license plate, allegedly assigned to a Ford car, but affixed to the defendant's Chevy pickup truck, and the driver's side seatbelt dangling near the door. Now, all right, if just as a side from everything else in here, if you're going to traffic contraband, make sure the vehicle is tip-top, spick and span, no screwing around. Okay? That's like job one. Deputy wrote the seatbelt is consistent with, was consistent with the driver not wearing it properly. But the deputy says Reno seemed to be taking her time. Upon activating my emergency lights, vehicle tapped on its brakes several times. He continued to proceed without stopping. Upon making contact with the driver, she stated she was on the phone and talking with her daughter. That's another one. You just stacked you stacked a little bit higher there. The traffic stop allegedly confirmed the license plate was on the wrong vehicle. Reno was driving with a lapsed registration and without insurance. After being Mirandized, Reno allegedly admitted she was aware of her suspended license, upcoming court date. She also said she used her friend's license plate after her own license plate, quote, blew off her truck.
Sure, that happens.
Were you driving to Oz? Then came the drug component of the case. Upon placing her under arrest and the above-noted criminal charges, they requested before a search incident to arrest. At that time, it was explained to Jessica she had any contraband on or inside her person. She would face additional criminal charges if it was located at the inmate facility. She stated she did not.
They're gonna find it, babe.
She's like, no, they're never finding that. Who would think of looking up there?
They're gonna find it.
Oh, they discovered a black sock tucked into the area. Within the black sock, deputies located 6 cap syringes and a bag of white powdery substance. When inquiring about the substance, Jessica stated the substance was fentanyl. She then conducted a follow-up interview after she was booked in the facility. Jessica stated initially that she forgot the items were on her person. However, she later stated she was afraid to say anything. She did not want to get sick. How do you forget? How could you possibly forget?
You don't, because as someone who has used tampons and read the little warning on the box about all the horrible ways you can die if you leave that in for 10 minutes too long, there's a mental stopwatch in your head the second you put that motherfucker in for when it has to come out.
Yeah.
And even the most comfortable apparatus meant to go up there, you're aware of when you move certain ways. Like if there are things in your vagina, you're aware of them. I'm also horrified.
This is the worst sex education in the world.
My soul shuddered at the mental image of shoving a sock up your vagina.
Oh.
Not just something unlubricated, but something with tooth. My soul chafed.
But lady, you did everything wrong here. Every possible fucking thing. The license plate blew off.
I know.
What the fuck? How fast were you driving? All right, so what have we learned this week? We've learned if you have something in there and you're under arrest, they're gonna find it. It doesn't matter which hole you have it jammed in. They're gonna find it. They have an x-ray machine. Even if they don't strip search you, they're gonna find it. Just get it out of the way now. Retain a little dignity. Just get it over with. We've learned that Monster cans do not make good Molotov cocktails.
Nope.
That's like some shit you'd see in a movie.
Yeah.
We've learned that we can't take Americans anywhere, and also drunk and museum, not a good combo.
No.
No historical sites, no drunk. It's not good. It's not good. We have learned that you should not wish terrible, horrible death on a 12-year-old in a soccer game.
Yeah, and listen, I understand 12-year-olds can be little shits.
Oh, yeah.
But you have to be the one with a fully formed frontal lobe, whether you fucking like it or not.
Yeah. For some folks, that's a challenge. I understand, but you got to rise to it. You are the grown-up, ostensibly. We've learned that when you're packing the kids' lunch, maybe put the semi-auto in the bedroom or better, hey, in the gun safe. Or you got one of those, right? You got that. Do you have a lock for it, maybe? Just saying.
Like in political conversations, I've heard the phrase, you can't eat a gun, used as a metaphor.
We don't need to have to explain that shit to you literally.
As a metaphor.
As a metaphor. And finally, we've learned you can teach your kid to drive, but maybe wait until they're legal and it's not raining
or
and it's daytime.
Till daytime.
And you're not filming it.
Also good.
It's not like baby's first steps. Like it's not a precious moment. Well, yeah, but
it kind of is.
Yeah, but instead of you watching it years later fondly and being like, "Oh, memories," it's more like, "Well, you're going to jail, dumbass."
Yeah.
Wait, it's school, dumbass. There you go.